Can't lie, guys, I've been a little sad the last couple days. Hatch's transmission completely cooked. NSX's transmission cooked as well. I just got the parts on the way for the Hatch's trans. Set us back about $3,200 to get this thing fixed, because when we took out that input shaft, that is a pricey piece, and we had to replace that guy along with second and third gear and a couple sliders. Not cheap when you get to this level, guys. And I know I should have probably never made that video saying all the cars are up and running a few months back, because I think it cursed us, because as of right now, the only car running is the MR2. The NSX is broke, the Hatch is broke, the minivan is broke, the Sidekick needs a trans, the BRZ is completely apart. I don't even know what runs, just the MR2 and the freaking shopping go-kart, which you guys seem to love that thing in the last video. But yeah, it is time to get everything back up and running again. Also, the 240 is broke. So yeah, you know, the cycle continues. If you all see a couple ads in these next few videos, mind your business. I'm just trying to keep these things together. But yeah, let's get into today's video here. I'm sure many of you were looking forward to a 3-part intercooler series on the BRZ here, but it's not gonna happen. I ended up just ordering a pre-built intercooler off good old Amazon, and already went ahead and got that guy mounted up. I just used a piece of 1/2-inch round bar right here. Got a couple tabs on the bottom as well. You can see those guys mounted nice and solid. The bumper fits really nice as well. We were just about ready to get all of the intercooler piping done on the FRS here, but we were missing a couple bends and couplers, so we are going to be waiting on those guys for a couple more days until we can get this thing making some boost. But we also got the turbo fully mounted on. We got all of our oil lines ran, got our oil feed coming off our sandwich plate right here, and the oil drain done as well. It just so happens that our neighbor has a massive eBay store, Jack Spania Racing, and he has a lot of parts for Honda engines, all kinds of stuff, and he actually made this timing chain covered drain, and that is really convenient because now our drain just goes right into that guy. We didn't have to pull the pan off to weld a bung on it or anything like that, so very convenient piece right there. We still have to get the belt on as well, but everything else is there to fire this thing up. So I think we should test out our new muffler here. Yeah. So hopefully she's a little quieter now. But yeah, let's fire this thing up. First start on the new Terpski, and then once we get some intercooler pipes on this thing, she'll be ready to make some boost. Not too bad. Not bad. She's getting really close.
I think it's quieter.
Yeah, I mean, once we put the full exhaust and everything on, we'll see.
Yeah, because it's got that resonator in the exhaust.
I mean, it's definitely going to be quieter than not having a turbo on there. So we'll obviously have to redo the whole exhaust to get all of that hooked back up, but that'll be for another day. We're waiting on intercooler pipes for this. So for now, we are done with the FRS, and we're actually getting ready to get the Rowdyssey back together today, boys. If you guys remember, this is the complete short block that I got a while back for the minivan, but the head was damaged, so I had to wait for the head to get done. Dropped it off over with the guys at JBR, and we just got that back the other day. Not sure where that's at, but the head is done, and we've been swapping everything over from the previous engine onto the new one right here. So for those of you that need a reminder, this is the one that saw over 10,000 RPM, hucked a rod, and it also completely blew a hole through our windage tray down here. So I'm actually fixing to run over to a Acura dealership and grab a new windage tray for this guy while we continue to get the new engine reassembled, and just keep going from there. But yeah, we got a lot of the accessories kind of swapped over, alternator, starter, all that good stuff. We just got to get the new windage tray on there, get the oil pump and all that stuff on, head on there, timing chain, and re-bolt up our transmission and start putting all of this stuff back into the minivan, and hopefully we'll have the Rowdyssey up and running again today. There's that shiny new refurbished head. We got all new valves, new seats. She's all ready to go for the Rowdyssey. Gonna leave it in this bag here till we're ready to use it because it is really dusty over here. And then we got a brand new head gasket to go along with that guy as well. So I'm gonna go run over and get that new windage tray, and then we'll have everything we need to get the van back together today. New windage tray acquired. Hell yeah, boys, it was the last one. Throw this guy in the good old parts runner Porsche. Well, guys, it's a very exciting day today because our friend Andy is in town, and he brought us some nuts and bolts here.
This whole setup is 30,000 pieces. Kyle had reached out to me. They need some fasteners for this beautiful shop they have down here. So we wanted to get them hooked up, and this is what we came up with.
Oh yeah, dude. This is going to be a game changer for us because we are constantly going to Ace Hardware several times a day. And now we have everything here in-house. I'm sure you guys have seen this stuff on all the other automotive YouTube channels as well. And, you know, these guys know what they're doing. They got the setup here with the QR codes. You want to go over some of all that stuff?
Yeah, sure. So what's really cool about all of our bolt kits is they have these labels. And on the labels, there's a QR code. And all you have to do is scan the QR code, and it'll take you to that exact item on our website. All you have to do is add however many pieces you want, add it to your cart, check out, ships right to you. It's super easy to restock our bins.
You guys got us a lot of Honda bolts, right?
A lot of Honda bolts.
A lot of metric.
Yeah, so what we have here, they call them JIS bolts, or Japanese Industrial Standard. They have smaller heads and different thread patterns. So we have, starting here, actually down here, we got M6s. Come over, we got the M8s, we have the M10 1.25s, the fine threads, and then we also have the M12 1.25. The extra fine threads.
A lot of those guys.
Yeah, I bet you
do.
do.
Those and the M6 10s.
So we wanted to make sure we stocked you up good with those. We also have grade 8 hardware. We have all 10.9 cap screws. And then we also have all the nuts that go with it. So every slot, to save space, actually has a regular nut and then a lock nut. And it's all the way through. You got all the washers down here. Again, everything's grade 8, 10.9, so you don't have to worry about strength. And then over here, we got all the flavors. So these are all the things that we have that aren't in the bin. These are all individual kits. These are your grade 8 fine threads. And what's really cool about these, like if you're on the go.
Yeah, just grab that and go.
Grab it and go. Grab and go, baby. Yeah, this is just some of our selection. We stock over 16,000 products. We have over 160 different kits in stock, and each one of them are super easy to reorder, which is key for these types of setups. Got you some rivet gauges, and right here is about 500 different types of, or 500 different sizes of zip ties.
So, oh yeah, we need the zip ties.
Those will come in
Our
handy.
bumpers are always falling off, us Honda boys.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Got a whole bunch here, and yeah, I wanted to set you up right and give you all this stuff. And like you said, this is going to save you guys some time and some money of running back and forth. And
oh, for sure.
Yeah.
This is going to be huge for us. We're fortunate enough to have an Ace Hardware down the street, but I mean, it gets old real fast. Always running back and forth, not having bolts and fasteners. So
I was already going through this and looking like some of the flange head bolts that they have. Like Ace, at least our local Ace doesn't carry a bunch of the flange heads.
We're just throwing Ace Hardware under the bus. We love you, Ace Hardware, but we don't need your business anymore. We're upgrading here.
But like the flange bolts, and they don't carry them in like a fine thread, so it's nice that like it's all here and you know ready to go. Because we'll go over there looking for like a transmission bolt for a Honda, and they don't stock anything like that. So you're running a
specialty flange.
Yeah, you're running like a big hex head bolt with a washer that's gonna fall off. You lose it every time. It's nice that it's just now in a bin and you come over here and grab it.
Yeah, we definitely stock a lot more than just your standard hardware you'll find at a hardware store. So that's what's cool about our website, and you know we carry a bunch of different categories, and we're growing like crazy. So and then yeah, we got a lot of flange bolts in here, like you said, and we love flange bolts with the washer connected. It's a time saver. It's 2 pieces versus having 5 pieces. Hex bolt, 2 washers, and a lock.
Yeah,
washer,
that is really nice. We're always grabbing a set of washers to go with all of our hex head bolts. Now it's just all built into one unit there.
Yeah.
Check out that setup. boltsandnuts.com.
Yep.
Really appreciate it, Andy.
Yeah, no problem.
Ever since you came and dropped stuff off with Garrett, we're like, dude, we got to get some nuts and bolts for our shop. Looks really nice.
Perfect.
Yeah, it fits perfect right there. The John Deere only comes out for 3 occasions. If the grass needs cut, if something broke, or if something's getting fixed. And today, something is getting fixed. It's time to bring the Rowdyssey back to life. We went ahead and tore the old engine all the way down. This is the rod that was hanging out of the block. You see that guy's pretty beat up. Also, where's the rod cap from that guy? This rod cap got folded pretty good. But all of the other 3 rods and pistons are good to go. So, I mean, realistically, we could just get a new rod and piston and have another set as a backup. So we'll probably hang on to those guys just in case. I'll just have to maybe piece that together. And then this is the windage tray that came off of that guy. That rod straight ejected out of the bottom there. That was probably from the rod cap. That's probably from this guy launching right through the bottom of the windage tray there. So
you see how it folded around itself?
Yeah, it's like bent in a U shape.
That's probably when it went through that. Just kind of.
Yep. Not ideal. Let's not forget to set the rev limiter this time.
Nah, 11.5 this time. Hello from the other side.
All right, guys, the head is torqued down. Getting all of the timing done right now. Just got to get the tensioner on, and then we are all good to go. Get this thing off the stand, and then get the cover on, actually, and get it made up to the sequential, and get this thing back into the van. All right, guys, everything is back together here and ready to go into the minivan. Our sequential transmission is back on. The engine is completely assembled, ready to go. It's all packaged nicely here, and we got it on the dolly, so we're just going to go ahead and wheel it underneath the van and set it on down and get everything bolted back up here. But hopefully we can keep this one together. The other engine definitely lasted us a very long time. I have no complaints. It was just a bad mistake on our part, which ended up killing that one. But this one is as fully built as we can make the van, guys. There's nothing more that we can really upgrade on this thing. The next step from here would be to go to aluminum rods, and at that point the only other upgrades would be to do like a billet block and billet head, but we're never going to be pushing the minivan that hard. We always want to keep this thing streetable, so this is as built as the van will ever be, and now our goal is just to try to maintain it and make it all perfect from here on out. But this is a 1300 horsepower rated engine. This is no joke. The minivan should be able to the minivan should be more than capable of trapping over 160 miles in the quarter if we decide to turn it up. And now that the drivetrain is upgraded and everything else is good to go, hopefully after we get this engine back into the van here, we can actually get this thing to the track, and hopefully we will see an 8-second Honda Odyssey. And that is the long-term goal, but I think it should go into the 9s with almost no issues. And yeah, I'm just really glad to get the Rowdyssey back up and going. It sucked that after we did all that stuff, we blew it up, but we finally got her fixed here, so let's get it all back together. Well, boys, that is going to about do it for this video. We were hoping to have the Rowdyssey up and running by tonight, but we had a couple setbacks. So tomorrow she will be running for sure. All we got to do right now is get the harness on, the fuel system back together, get the axles back in, the up pipe, all that good stuff, and she will be ready to go again. And then we can take it out on the street again, make sure everything's good to go. Hopefully don't blow it up this time. This is a fresh engine right here, so we're hoping to get a lot of life out of this one. We'll set the rev limiter this time, and then get it out to the track and see what it does, because this will be the first time we've had the van together with the upgraded drivetrain. We got the beefy front axles in there now, the wagon diff in the rear. So realistically, it should hold up to a pretty good launch, and I don't see why we can't pop off an 8 in the minivan. So maybe let me know what you guys think it's going to do, and we'll go from there. But I just want to get the Rowdyssey back out there, having fun again, and you know, get back to beating people in our minivan. That's what it's all about. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you tomorrow.